people, what's going on? Welcome to Real Reasoning with Verbz. I got my boy DJ Z in the building, man. What's going on? You good?
What's good? Yeah, I'm good, my bro. I'm good.
So DJ Z is an Asian DJ from Scotland, doing his thing, mixing up the place, incorporating different music, black music, ethnic music, house music, garage music, whatever it is, and he's incorporating his music and blending them in with Asian music and setting a trend.
Absolutely right, bro. It's about bringing something different, man. It's about bringing something different. It's just what I've always been like when it comes to the music, man. It's in my DNA, I think. And I think I feel music on a different level.
This is it. You're on a frequency thing.
Yeah, man. I don't know. Depending on the kind of genres you play, it's always, for me, it always tells a story. I express myself a lot through music, bro. Oh, it's I'm not gonna be shy, but it is my love language.
Be comfortable, man. Say how you feel, bro.
I just feel I can connect with people better through my music. Not saying that I'm not confident in connecting with people, like verbally, but I think it just tells a different story.
Yeah. But you know what, bro?
What I'm about.
You know what? I can see you're a people's person, bro. You got moral standards. You talk to people. You represent whatever, even if it's not something that you've experienced yourself. If you see that something needs to be addressed, you try and address it. And I know you kind of have like a little sort of second guess nature within you where you're like, I'm not sure if I should speak about this, but you still persist and try and do what's right, and you got moral standards, and that's why I kind of mess with you, bro. So yeah,
I appreciate it, bro. Got a lot of love for you, my guy. Honestly, a lot of love for you because you understand it. Do you know what I mean? You understand it from obviously with culture you are from. There's a lot of morals and a lot of things like that are similar to my culture, and this is it's so nice to know that there's certain aspects of our culture where we relate.
Yeah, for real.
And whether like say with morals, respecting elders and so on and so forth, and discipline and teaching our kids what's right and wrong and making them aware of what's going on in the outside world. You know what I mean? In the current climate that we live in, it's good that there's dads out there's uncles out there who are taking an interest in how the kids are being brought up these days.
100%.
From the way I look at it, from my son's perspective, like young lads out there, and you can see where they're going in life because of the influences of social media, everything else. And with me and with you, bro, we grew up on old school values and old school morals, and to this day, it's worked out well.
100%.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So why not pass that on to our children, on our young adults going forward, and teach them, like, look, don't be sidetracked by what you see on social media because it's not always real life.
Yeah.
Real life is making sure you got food on table, making sure your house, you got your food at night. Everything else is not that important than having a family, having love, and having a home.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's up to us, man. We have to try and educate our youth a little bit as much as we can. And hopefully there's a lot of youth out there that you can see are benefiting from what people from our generation are telling them. They're humble, it's obviously the background and the families and the homes that they growing up in. Because that's a major player in the way kids are these days, is home life.
100%, man.
Because that's, I think, where it starts. And even having stable role models in your life as you're growing up, that plays a big part in it. And bro, everywhere you look, it's different, man. Different families operating differently. And, for me, with my son, I think, with me being in his life and me being on the same wavelength as my ex-partner, between us, we're bringing our son up under the same grounds, whether he's at my house or whether he's at home. So the discipline's the same. And when there are kids out there who don't see their fathers, and it's just a mum trying to be the dad at the same time, when we know for a while, bro, mum can't be dad.
Yeah, 100%. Even though they talk that
Mom
shit,
can't
but
do that.
they
Mom
can't.
can't do that job. That's why they need their dads in their life, and young boys especially need their dad. I mean, daughters need their dads in their lives, 100%.
Yeah,
But because of us being men, we get a lot of shit. We get a lot of stick,
I agree.
you know. And it's just a stereotype that we need to try and stop, because you see it all over the social media, bro, all the time. Baby mamas complaining about their exes, and it's like, what the fuck is wrong with people, man? You've got a child, do right by your kid, man. Whatever your differences are, as whatever they were when you were in a relationship, settle them and focus on your kid. But bro, we know not everybody's like that. You know what I mean? But again, this is one thing. I'm me as a dad. I'm trying to break that stereotype. I'm trying to break that stereotype, bro. And up to now, I feel like I'm doing all right. I feel like I'm doing okay.
Yeah, you're doing good, man. I even saw a post the other day with you
Yeah.
talking about men's mental health, talking about fatherhood and men going through situations with the experience of fatherhood where they can't necessarily talk. And I see you advocating for the fathers to, like, instead of just talking to just women, confiding in women,
Yeah.
kind of get involved in a group with other fathers with similar situations and kind of just express and share what's going on and allow themselves to be vulnerable. Do you know what I mean? In the name of trying to empower and uplift and, kind of let other fathers see that you might feel like you're alone in certain situations, but you know what? If we're in a group, if we're in a space, a safe space where we can kind of speak to each other, we will know that, you know what, you might feel that you're alone in a certain situation, but there's other fathers that go through the same thing too. So there's familiarity. So big up to you, man. When I saw that post, I was like, you know what, DJ Z, man, you're onto something, man. Big up, bro. Honestly.
I tried to do something like this before when in the DJ community.
Right.
With the boys. We're trying to get the boys to come together and, just set up our own little WhatsApp group and just have our own little banter and chat about stuff and how we feel and, create some sort of safe place, bro. And it just wasn't happening. It just wasn't happening. And I'm like,
what was the issues with it?
Nobody wants to talk. Guys don't want to talk about it. They don't want to talk about how they feel as dads and what stresses and strains they go through and, how they feel mentally and,
So there was guys that, when you set this up originally, there was guys in the group and they weren't opening up and expressing themselves about their experiences.
They weren't. No.
Man, that's sad, man. Why do you think it is that men don't open up and express themselves, even though you have been, do you know what, kind and respectful enough to set up a safe space on a social media platform like WhatsApp to bring people together? Why do you think they joined and they haven't opened up? What's the issue there?
I think it's because probably they portray themselves as being a macho, tough guy because of how they portray themselves on social media. And I think that with them not bringing their guard down in that regard into a safe space where we can chat on a deep level, I think it's got a lot to do with how they portray themselves on social media because they don't want to look vulnerable, which, to be honest, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that.
It's crazy though, because if you're saying that these guys are on social media and they're presenting themselves a certain way where they feel like macho and egotistical, but then you come with an opportunity to say, you know what, guys, like, we go through situations, we're trying to preserve our mental health as men. Join my group and let's come together, let's communicate, let's share, let's uplift, let's share experiences, give advice, share advice, whatever. They come on there, then they're not talking. That's crazy.
Well, you know the weird thing is see with this, I thought I'm gonna try something a little bit different, right, with this. And basically I would be starting off with banter, gifts, funny videos, and just to kind of like chill the situation a little bit, you know what I mean? Kind of create a safe atmosphere where we're all having a bit of banter and we're all laughing and joking and whatever else. And then, I would slowly try and say to them, boys, how's your day been? What have you been up to? How you feeling? How's your mental, mentally, how you feeling? Are you good? Are you so on and so forth? And that's when the conversation would die. And I would be like, these grown ass men, right? I mean, I'm 47, bro, right? And I am not ashamed of being in a safe space and just being vulnerable. I haven't got a problem with that
Yeah.
because as guys from like even experiences that I've had in my culture, you know, and all have lived with me to still to this day,
Yeah.
you know, and it's being able to find people who have had similar experiences to be able to relate to them and say to them, how did you deal with it, or how do you, you know, what is it that you use as a coping mechanism to try and forget about it, you know? And for me, DJing has been that outlet.
Mm. I know DJing is very therapeutic.
It's very therapeutic, bro. It's like my therapy. It's my therapist. I swear to God, it's my therapist because even though shit bothers me to this day, you know, I just find that if I didn't have something to help me cope with it, then it would be a different outcome. I don't know, but a lot of me going into DJing was because of my late brother. You know, because we shared a lot of similar music and stuff, and then it just my life changed after he passed, and I just
Yeah.
wanted to do something in his honor. And I've spoken about this before with other people as to why I did this because it helps me with.
Let's take a moment, man. Like,
Yeah, go
R.I.P.
for it.
to your brother, bro. R.I.P.
Yeah, man. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
His name was Z. His name was Z. So
And that's influenced you. I'm taking it. That's influenced your DJ name, yeah.
absolutely,
All right.
100%.
Big up, man. I love that.
So it originally started off as just Z, um, and then I thought I need to think of something that's gonna be what will kind of like push myself to do better than what I am when I started and where I've got to now. And I thought of the word evolve.
Yeah.
So I just brought them together and that's what we got.
Okay.
and, and that was it. You know, so in his name, I'm going to try and keep pushing at what I do, you know, and yeah, it's just my thing for my brother.
I love that, man. Yeah, I mean, it's
Yeah,
keeping the legacy alive, man. And you're
100%.
using your skill set, you know,
100%.
your craft that you love to
Mm,
uphold your late brother's name.
yeah,
So maximum respect to you, man.
yeah.
Honestly,
And
anything that you
same,
can do, anything that you can do to keep the name alive,
yeah,
do your thing, man. So maximum
yeah,
respect to you for that,
that's
bro.
100. 100. Thank you, man. Really appreciate that. Well, I mean, you know, my um, selection of genres is a lot to do with the stuff that me and my brother used to listen to when we were kids and the kind of music that we grew up around. And it was all like soul, R&B, and New Jack Swing, and then kind of got into the house and garage side of it, and then it's kind of went from there, you know. And
Mm,
but my first love when it comes to music is soul. So
okay.
I'm talking stuff like After Seven, Johnny Gill, Levert. They kind of
You
come
ain't
into
playing
the
around, proper old school, yeah, like
yeah,
80s,
yeah.
late
Oh,
80s, 90s, and that, yeah.
bro. Alexander O'Neill, you know, Ralph Tresvant, all them, man. All that. That's the era that we got into that genre of music because that's what we
Mm.
started to grow up with, and it's just stuck with us ever since, bro. Seriously, it's stuck with me ever since.
Do you know what?
Um,
One thing I can say with you, you know, like I don't get to catch you on your lives and stuff a lot. I've seen
mm,
you on your lives a couple of times, and I'm gonna start trying to make the effort to jump in on your lives and comment
I
and
appreciate that, bro. I know
flow. But
you
I've
got your own thing, man. I know. I
no.
appreciate
But you know what? We have to support each other, and I have seen you when I've gone through my FYP.
it.
I've
Yeah,
seen you on the lives, and I've jumped in one time, and I think you didn't even realize that I was in there. Do you know what I'm
bro.
saying?
You know
But
what it is? Half the time, one thing. If there's one thing I need to work on, is engaging with the comments, man. I actually went and bought myself an iPad because the screen when I'm mixing on the screen on the phone, I can't see the damn thing.
mm,
In terms of engaging with the audience and with everybody in the live, it's improving. So
yeah.
I'm getting there, bro. It's because see, you know what it is. When I first got into DJing, I went straight to radio, so I never did Facebook Live or anything like that. I'd never played live to a camera before.
Okay.
So my discipline has always been like to talk on the radio rather than engaging with what's coming in on a live stream.
That makes sense.
So it's adapting to it now. It's trying to mold to that a bit more, and it's improving, bro. It's improving.
I think you do well, to be fair. When I've seen you on the FYP and that, and I've jumped in your live a couple of times, but you haven't noticed I'm in there. I see you engaging with the comments and stuff like that. So I think you're doing well, man. Do you know what I mean?
I'll do my best. I'll do my best. I just got to work out a bit better. That's all it is, man. But the thing is with me, when I'm in the zone, I'm elsewhere. If that makes sense, bro, I'm gone somewhere else. Depending on what I'm playing, I'm away. I'm away. But I need to kind of pull myself back a little bit. It's like, right, read the screen, man. Read the screen. Engage properly with people that are in your life. So yeah,
bro, you seem like you're having a whale of a time when you're doing your mixes, man.
Just a buzz.
And you know what? I listen to when you're doing your live mixes or when you do your posts. Your versatility is crazy, bro. Do you get me? I hear you doing some mixes that when I'm going through TikTok and whatever, I don't hear DJs doing the mixes that you do. Yeah. You mix different genres together, and I'm like, raw, like you seem like you study the music to a different level, bro.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you a little secret, right?
Go ahead, man. Go ahead.
But the thing with me is when I'm playing a set, I will sit and I will plan the set. And my idea of a set is to create a flow, create like a story. So what I will do is I will sit and I will buy my music and I will sit and I will listen to it 3, 4, 5, 6 times, learn the track, know where the breaks are, know where the best place to bring the track in is, and things like that. It's just my attention to detail when it comes to studying the music, the changes and the melodies and all that niceness, man, with the way the instruments come in, and it's the detail for me, bro. And that's how I use that when I'm doing transitions. So I will have practiced the transition. I'll have played that set a couple of times just so I've got it right in my head where I'm going with it.
Okay.
Right? So I'm practicing a lot as well, bro. I'm spending a lot of time practicing, spending a lot of time studying the music as well. So there's a lot of thought that goes into the set, because I have tried to just go on live and do a set just random, but I don't feel comfortable doing it like that. If I get invited to play a gig, for example, right? Yeah. I will have obviously asked what genre it is, so on and so forth, and I will do a folder with the tracks that I'm going to play on that night.
Okay. Do you do that with every set?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
It's just how I've taught myself, really. And I have had this conversation with other people, with other DJs, and they said that, like, they say that they feel that they play better when they're doing a random set. But with me, I want to create an atmosphere and create a vibe.
Do you think that I'm not a DJ. I do listen to DJs and stuff like that, and appreciate DJs and the craft and stuff. But do you feel that you do that because you kind of cross genres when it comes to your mixing? So you'll mix like your Asian culture music with an R&B rhythm or an R&B vocals with an Asian beat or whatever. Yeah. So because of that, do you feel like you pre-plan that so that you can kind of, you know what I mean, flow with what you're doing? Because I've heard you do a sequence of mixes and I'm like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not a DJ, but this flows. So I feel like DJ Z's got his thing.
That's exactly why.
Yeah.
That's exactly why, bro. Is that to create a flow, but also create something different while I'm at it.
You got like a trademark with the way that you DJ still.
Thank you, bro.
Real talk. And that's, bro, that's coming from a guy that's not even a DJ, and I can hear it. Do you get me?
Thank you. No, really.
I know music. I know music from old school, 70s, all the way through. Do you get me? But like when I hear your music, I'm like, his thing sounds trademarked.
I've always been like that, bro. I've always been like that. And I think with me being from the Asian culture, it's that's really helped because I'm a massive fan of. I'm a big UK garage head, right?
Right.
And Punjabi garage is, in my opinion, iconic, right?
Yeah.
I don't hear, and apart from other Asian DJs that I follow, which are like quite big overseas and that, and Canada and that, right? Who are UK garage producers. There's some based either in Birmingham or London, one of the two, who I've followed for quite some time as well, even from my radio days, right? And the only time I hear Punjabi garage is when I see any of their posts.
Right. Yeah.
So what I've always tried to do with fellow DJs is say to them, have you tried maybe doing Punjabi garage? Have you tried maybe putting something like that in your set just to create something different? And they're like, yeah. We're thinking about doing this, blah 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 blah. I've not personally seen it, but my mission is I don't give a shit. I'm gonna play it because I always have an aspect of you about when I'm doing garage. In fact, any set I'm doing, I'm always gonna bring that desi connection. Always gonna bring that desi vibe to it, bro. Always. It's just how I am.
Yeah, man. Like, I can't lie, man. Like I'm not gonna like try and just play up to you and that, innit? But when I hear your thing, I'm not Asian. I'm black. But when I hear your thing, I can hear where you're very influenced by black, ethnic, popular music, and you find a way to like mix, blend, and put your culture into. And I'm like, when I hear you do your mixes, I'm like, raw. I'm not gonna lie, he does it well, blood. It's smooth.
Yeah, one of my uncles, right? My oldest one. It was him that introduced me initially into like New Jack Swing and soul and that old R&B stuff, right? And he saw one of my videos of me playing a track by a group called Portrait.
Yeah, I remember that, man. Here we go.
That's the one.
Yeah, bro, come on.
And it's a track. Yeah, it's a track of Honey Dip.
Yeah, I want a honey dip. I know that tune. Come on, bro.
See, the bass line on that tune is incredible, man.
Yeah,
I am not kidding you. So there was one video I did. I need to dig it out and show you. Is I used Portrait. It's a slow jam by Portrait called On and On.
Yeah,
and I think I did a Bollywood vocal over it.
Okay.
And my uncle saw it and he was buzzing.
Yeah.
He goes, I've not heard anybody play these tunes. I said, we cut from the same cloth, man. What's wrong with you? I said, I'm still listening to this in 2025, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's always going to stay with me, man. And you know what the beautiful thing is I'm coming across so many people who are on that old school vibe as well. And it's an instant connection, bro. Do you get me? And that's what I vibe off. And this is why, in a way, TikTok has been a phenomenal platform when it comes to music.
You know what? Like, people might listen to this and feel like, Verbz is trying to, like, suck up to DJs. No, I'm telling you, bro. Like, when I hear your mixes, I feel like I can hear when you're mixing that you have a mad appreciation for, like, black soul, R&B, you know what you said, New Jack Swing. I can hear it, bro. Like, because you mix the Asian music in it, but like the tunes you're pulling up, I'm like, he knows about those tunes. He's definitely studied the game.
Like I said, bro. I mean, since I was a teenager, bro. This music, and then in the family as well. When we had weddings, there was Bhangra, there was Bollywood, and it's all like mixed together. You know what I mean? As I've grown up, and it's always been there. You know. And then as I've got into the DJ community, I've come across like underground Punjabi garage artists and DJs and stuff like that, and I thought, yeah, this crowd's still here. Do you get me? So I'm like, right, I'm gonna represent. You know what I mean?
Bro, you do it. I'm not gonna lie, you do it different. I'm from London originally. I live in Brum now, innit? and I've been clubs and I've heard Asian DJs mix, and they're good.
Yeah,
I've heard I've heard Asian DJs mix, and I'm like, yo, them man, they can turn a party around, blood. You get me? But when I hear your mixes, I'm like, I don't know, something in when you mix, I can hear, you know when you hear a DJ mix and you like, that person knows the history of R&B and soul and New Jack Swing and you know what I'm saying, rhythm and whatever. I can hear that you know your thing. As soon as you mix a certain tune and you put the banger thing in it or whatever, the way you do it, I know you know your history. I know you know it. I can hear it.
Appreciate that, bro.
Whereas certain other man where I hear mix, they're good, but I can hear that they're like the kind of guys that when they mix, they know about the music from like 2000s era. You know about the music from the 1980s up to. Do you know what I'm saying to you?
Bro, and this is the thing, right, is I'm starting to come across people, DJs as well, who are playing that same sort of vibe, and it's like, yes, my people. You know what I mean? It's like how TikTok has helped me connect with other DJs and other genres of music, bro, has been phenomenal. Because since I was younger, like me and my brother, we always used to talk about it. Sharing the music that I enjoy with people and people vibe off it. For me, that's the best thing ever.
Yeah. Come a little bit closer to the microphone still, bro.
Huh?
Come a little bit closer because you sound a little bit distorted.
All right. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, it's fine. But on the flip side of social media, bro, there's a lot of dickheads, man. When it comes to the DJ.
I see from your post today, bro.
Yeah. No,
you've had a few recent situations where people are trying to push the racism boundaries and shit like that, man. Talk to me, man. Tell me what's going on.
So there's a DJ by the name of.
You say he's spitting names like that, yeah?
Huh?
He's spitting names like that.
I'm spitting names like that, bro.
If you change your mind, let me know, man. I'll beep shit out. But if you want to keep it in, keep it in.
If you want, because as I was saying to you before, I am gonna go public with it.
Yeah. What you saying? His name's Robbie. All right, cool.
Now, he's not a DJ I've been following for a while. I've only just come across him quite recently. All right, and I was a little bit kind of, okay, what kind of vibe am I getting off this guy? Because even like when I first came across him, some of the music he was playing was good. You know what I mean? I was like, all right, cool. You know, give everybody a chance. I mean, maybe as a new DJ, maybe I can help. You know, support his fellow DJ with stuff that he might be struggling with if he's not sure about shit. Because I've helped quite a few DJs, bro. I've reached out to them and I said to them, look, you know, and I've seen you just pop up and you knew how long you've been DJing. If you need some advice, give me a shout. And people have come to me, and I appreciate it. You know, it's like I've been able to help, you know, a fellow DJ out, and as time has gone on, it's been a beautiful thing. So, as I said, I was getting a little bit of a funny vibe off him, and I thought, right, I'm gonna distance myself a little bit from him until I feel I'm comfortable enough to go in and introduce myself properly, and we can be friends and help and support, and maybe in the future we can do back to back together to help him get an audience and support and all that sort of shit, bro, is what I want with it. So as time's gone on, I've seen him do his lives with his son, and I thought, yeah, man, this guy's a decent guy. He's got his son involved. You know, big ups to you for having your kids involved. It shows what kind of parent you are. And I thought, this guy's on my level, right? So he came on my live when I was on live last time, I think, and supporting him, and I appreciate it. And the other day, he was on a live, but he wasn't DJing. He was on a chat with some other people in this live. Now, I went into the live and said hello, because that's what you do. You know, ask how everybody is and be polite, man. You know, be polite, be respectful.
Yeah, of course.
Hearing somebody else's live.
Of course.
Absolutely, 100%. And I wasn't getting anything back from him, right? And I was kind of like, all right, okay, cool, bro. He's probably not having a good day, whatever. Right?
So just for a little bit of clarity. So he was in his live. You're jumping up in his comments and he's not responding to you.
Yeah, he's been really cold.
Okay, cool.
So out of nowhere, a troll pops up. Well, we kind of understood at this point that he was a troll because he was being disgusting, right?
When you say disgusting, what do you mean?
Talking about domestic violence towards women, domestic abuse towards women, things that this guy had supposedly done to either his ex-partner or his current partner, about kicking her down the stairs and watching her suffer and suffer. And it was disgusting,
Yeah,
right?
that
And I'm
sounds
like,
crazy, bro.
I can't believe what I'm hearing, right? Now, if that had been my life and I had got a troll in the box, right, and he was lying, my first instinct would to be block this person, get him out the fucking life. You don't want that drama,
That makes sense.
right? But no, this carnage was unfolding, and the other two people in the two other women. Now this guy, he disappeared because it came up live paused on his box. Now, while he was gone, as this carnage was unfolding with this guy called, I'm not bothered about his name, bro. You can leave that in because this guy is disgusting, right?
Whatever you want me to keep in, whatever you want me to keep
No,
out, just
that's
let me
cool, man.
know, bro.
Keep it in, because that horrible vermin needs outed as well because of the things that he said about the women that he had been associated with, so on and so forth, and the things he's done to them is disgusting, right? This is obviously from what this guy's talking about, right? So anyway, these guys started to pick on his appearance, talking about him having no teeth and stuff like that. And I'm thinking, no, what the fuck? What is wrong with people, man? Why do you have to go straight into the way somebody looks?
Yeah, it's all insecurities.
Why is that such a big
man.
factor?
Yeah.
Why is it such a big factor? Why has society become a place where you have to be a certain type of way, you have to look a certain type of way, you have to act a certain type of way, you have to wear certain things in a certain type of way? It's just become so fucked up, right? Is that people are following this, I'll call it a trend, right? So it's people are talking about, it's like, oh, having the perfect teeth or having the perfect smile or having, the perfect skin and whatever, right? And people are buying into this sort of stuff instead of, I get some people are vain about how they look and they need to look a certain type of way because of who they are, where they live and all that sort of stuff, right? I can understand that. And some people might have the money to go and have cosmetic things done and get the teeth fixed and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
But then there's other people that don't have that luxury, okay? But it doesn't mean that you go at somebody's appearance based on how you are, right? That's one thing.
Yeah, I agree.
That's one thing. And I thought, right, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna get out of this live. I'm done. But there was a guy in his box called. He piped up talking about something to do with the flag. We want England. We want our England back, and we want to send the N words back. Now this guy who was a troll was black, right? And I thought, no, time out, man. That's just gone way over.
Wait. Say that again. So the guy that was saying this stuff about we want our England back is black?
No.
All right.
He's white. The guy who was a troll, he's black.
Right.
The guy who made this racial slur was white.
Okay, I got you.
And as soon as he said that about the flag and then said that chant, I thought, I know exactly what kind of person you are. No one else in that chat, in the boxes, said fuck all, bro. They let that guy have his racist rant and say the N-word more than I don't know how many times, bro. Right? And they just sat quiet and said fuck all, right? Then I left, right? And I thought, this motherfucker DJ is associated with these kind of people.
Yeah.
And the bullshit excuse you gave me is because he got a phone call. That's why the live was paused. I says it was still your fucking live.
Yeah,
while this carnage was going on.
Yeah, if he was bothered, he would have done something about it,
He would have stopped it dead, bro, when the troll came in. It's that simple.
Yeah.
It's that simple. So I went away. I went out and then he was live again. And I went and I sat in his live, right? We was playing some tunes and that. And I just thought, right, okay, you're not going to acknowledge me. That's cool. I'm going to go. right? So later on in the evening, I sent him a message on TikTok.
Yeah.
Basically, because now before I go further, I had spoken to the group of people that I am very close with about this particular guy, right? And
Okay.
asked them, because after I witnessed this racial thing, I went straight to the group, right? And I said, right, I need to know if you guys know this, because this is what's just happened, right?
Is this a DJ community you're talking about?
Yeah, we're a small DJ community, yeah.
All right, cool.
Right? And there's one other Asian guy in that group as well, okay?
Okay.
So I told them what happened, and they said to me, the guy's a prick, the guy's this, the guy's that. The guy has been messaging me on Facebook, asking me for help and support about how I can fix my audio and shit like that. But yeah, he's going on other people's lives and he's trolling them, particularly female DJs,
Oh, wow.
right? And I was like, are you actually kidding me? And I was like, and they were bringing up screenshots of their lives where he's been in their lives, and he's made really creepy comments, you know, about the way that somebody's done a mix or how something's not sounding right. And I'm like, wait a minute, bro. What gives you the right to go into somebody else's life and start trolling them based on how they mix or what tracks they're playing or how fast or how slow they are?
Mm.
What gives you that right to do that? First of all. Secondly, you can't DJ for shit yourself.
Where's you that bad, yeah?
His audio sucks, bro. It's so bad. And apparently the excuse that he gave me was he's got a problem with his audio cable, so on and so forth. I don't know what kind of bullshit, right? Anyway.
So he's saying this guy sounds like he's got some kind of insecurity complex. Like he knows he's not a good DJ, but he's gonna criticize other people to kind of.
Well, I'm not here to judge anybody about how they DJ or whatever else. But the thing is, right, the way I look at it is you got to look at yourself.
Yeah.
Before you can go and start chatting shit about other people.
It makes sense.
For you to think, and then for him to think that he can go into people's lives and ask the question, has there been any trolls in? It kind of sums up the kind of person this guy is, right?
Yeah, of course.
So, back to the message that I sent him. So, after I got this information from the group about this guy, I thought, right, okay, I'm going to try and have a chat with him, man to man, and I'm going to tell him exactly what I think. So, I brought up the conversation about I told him about Mike's, what I had noticed, what this guy had said about playing with the racist slur. And I said, you are associated with them people. The other side of that is that you're a DJ as well.
Yeah.
And I said, that kind of behavior isn't going to be tolerated in the DJ community. Unless you are a DJ who doesn't play black music. Because that's so vitally important for me.
Yeah.
If you want to play all white artists and you carry on, bro. You do your thing. And you want to be racist and you carry on doing what you're doing, bro. But if you're in a community where you're representing black producers, you're representing black music of black origin, you've got to think about what you're fucking doing before you do it.
So does he mix black music?
He plays garage. And a lot of the guys that we know is a lot of black producers, black artists.
Just to give a little bit of clarity, what kind of genres of music can a DJ who is whitey or non-black, what kind of genres can they play where they don't necessarily need to depend on black music? What kind of, you know what I mean?
Country music, bro. Fucking pop, fucking chart music, yo.
I said country music, you know.
Yeah, fucking all that fucking redneck shit, bro. You go and play that. I'm not got nothing against it. I'm at all. It's not my thing.
Yeah.
You know? And you want to go and play cheesy pop music and chart music and commercial. But see, when it comes to even commercial garage, right?
Yeah.
A lot of black influence on that, bro.
Yeah, for real. Especially vocal wise.
Yeah, but then you're associated with other DJs who are mixed, like or black or white. You know, you've got to think about the community that you're representing.
Yeah.
And for that guy to sit in that live and say what he said, and him being associated with him, bro, for me, you're a cunt. It's that simple.
Yeah.
You're a horrible bastard. It's that simple. So I, as respectfully, bro, said to him that you are associated with these people, and it doesn't look good, right? And I said, also respectfully, you need to stop trolling other DJs because it's not cool, right? So I haven't got the messages to hand, but I would read them for you word for word, right?
Yeah.
But basically, it was like I was hitting my head against a brick wall, right? So in the end, he ended up sending me a voice note on TikTok telling me that I'm not his dad and I can associate with whoever the fuck he wants to, and he's not racist. And apparently, I wasn't in that live at the time because apparently I got a phone call, yada, 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 right? I was like, all right, whatever, with your bullshit excuses, right?
Yeah, that response
Because
just
that,
sounds like a typical racist person that's trying to
but bro, that
sweep
live
shit
would
under
have
the
been
carpet.
recorded.
Go on.
The live would have been recorded anyway by TikTok. So he can play it back and see it for himself, right? But the clincher for me, bro, was when he said to me, he goes, "You don't know who you're messing with. I don't care if you're Muslim or Asian."
Well.
See, at that point, I was like, I'm gonna try again and try and have a decent conversation with this guy, because by the time I had sent my last message to him, he had blocked me. So the message is still sent. If he unblocks me, he'll get it and he'll see it. But I was like, you know what? So I spoke to the group about it.
Yeah.
And again, as I said earlier, it wasn't what I was expecting, right? But yet, when I put the post on TikTok, the engagement I've had off it has been nothing but positive. And one particular person, as I said earlier on, her name is Monique. She said to me, she goes, if it was me, I would be posting it. I would be naming and shaming it. And that's coming from a sister, bro. You understand where I'm going with this?
Of course. How do you feel about it though? What do you want to do? Because
gonna,
people can ultimately encourage you to do things, but at the end of the day, we have to be realistic. As much as they might encourage you, it all boils down to you. How do you feel about approaching it in a way where you would, I don't know, at him or whatever, not in the social media comments? Because at the end of the day, if you do that and this guy is like a bastard ass troll in response, you have to deal with those consequences. So where are you at in terms of mentally with challenging this person on social media?
see, because the kind of people that he's surrounded by, I'm a little bit hesitant about it, because these people,
I respect the fact that you've been saying that. Go on.
because the people that he's surrounded by are horrible bastards, bro. And I've got a lot to think about.
Yeah.
Even though my head is telling me, just fucking do it. Call this motherfucker out for who he is. And I know for a fact, bro, I know for a fact, I can put my hand on my heart and I can say, I know who I've got in my corner.
Yeah.
Because if I go ahead with this, I know it's going to go off. I know it's going to go off. But when it comes to racism, bro, I can't deal with this shit.
Yeah, of course. I get that.
I can't deal with this shit, bro. It's always been used as a last resort with people. With people like that, you're gonna expect them to to get racist slur off them.
Yeah, you're right.
Right? They don't have any. They don't think clearly before they say what they're gonna say, because all they know is, oh, I'll just call him a packy, or I'll say the N word or whatever, and that's it. That's fine. But the way that people are rising up now, bro, when it comes to racism, and people are like, "Come at me, motherfucker! Now let's do it." You know, and what's going on in the world in terms of how society is right now.
Yeah.
With all this fucking immigration and the fucking governments, and
yeah, it's mad times right now,
bro, even in the black community is, you know what I mean? It's heartbreaking, man. And this, at the moment, there seems to be a divide as well with some people in the black community and the South Asian community. And it's like, what the fuck's going on?
Talk to me about that in a little bit more depth, man. What do you think? What's going on? What do you think?
Right, so I'm gonna drop names, bro. I'm gonna drop names. So there's a TikToker by the name of Ellen the Pain, right? I remember when I first started.
I know her still, you know.
Yeah, and initially when I first came across her, she was all for supporting black people, being a as far as I was concerned, a very good role model for the black community and for the Asian community. And, you know, when this whole thing about immigration, when I think it was something to do with immigration and stuff like that. And, you know, these things came out about sending people back home and, you know, the Tommy Robinson stuff and all that bollocks, right? And she was really for supporting the BAME community, right? And I thought, you know what? Respect to you, man. So I've got a lot of respect and I will support you, right? So obviously time had gone on and I started to see how she started to ever so slightly come at the South Asian community, right? To the point now where it is now.
Yeah.
Okay. Now the thing is, right, is in the Asian community, bro, you've got the South Asians, you've got Bengalis, you've got Pakistanis, you've got Sikhs, you've got quite a few variations of Asian, right? If I'm right in thinking when she's talking about the South Asian community, she's talking about the Tamil and the Gujarati community, as well as the Hindu community. Now, the way they, in terms of businesses, which is a topic that she's mentioned, right? The way that the South Asians do business is different to how the Pakistanis do their business and how we treat people in the community, so on and so forth, in comparison to how the South Asians people treat people in their community.
Right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So her, from what I can gather, her experience with South Asians has been with like the Indians and with the Gujaratis and whatever, and they are ruthless.
When you say ruthless, what do you mean? I just want to get context still before we get into it.
I think it's the way that they treat people, regardless of what skin color you are.
Okay.
That them as a community, they're very ruthless people, especially when it comes to Indians, because they don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck about who you are. They'll basically abuse you. They're rude people, right? And I have seen South Asians being disrespectful to black people for just no fucking reason whatsoever, bro.
You've seen that yourself?
I've seen that myself, bro.
My God.
How often have you seen that? I just want clarity on what you're saying.
I've seen that a few
Not to
times.
set you up, just to get...
No.
Just to clear up
in
this
Manchester,
thing.
especially in Manchester, right? There are, and especially places like Bolton, Preston,
right?
Very, very, very big South Asian communities there. And when I've been in them places, and I've seen the black community on one side, and I've seen the South Asian community on one side, it's like fucking warfare, bro. But if that same scenario where the Asian community was Pakistani and black people, or Sikh and black people, or anyone else, any other culture bar the South Asian community, they would get on like a house on fire. I promise you that.
Right.
There's a big difference, bro. And I don't think she understands. I don't think she knows about the different communities in the Asian community, if that makes sense.
The dynamics.
Sorry, yeah. But I don't know that much. But I just think that, yeah, man, it's not good.
Yeah, do you know what it is? Yeah, like when I done my thing with my platform and that, I reached out to her innit, to try and get her on my thing. This was probably like 7-8 months ago. I tried to get her to jump on my thing and let me chat to her because I liked the way she was unapologetic, innit. This is probably the time when you had an interest in her. Do you get me? Yeah. And she said to me that she's in the cusp of doing her own podcasting, which she has done, and she seems like she's doing all right with that, man, from the offset. Do you get me? Because she's she's very unapologetic. She delivers her thing straightforward. She cusses. She's the type of woman where she's got your back. She got your back. But if you kind of cuss her in a negative way and she decides to do a post on you, boy, your days are numbered, bruv. You get me? You agree with that, yeah?
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that.
Your days are numbered, bro. She's good. 100%. Yeah, she's good with the tongue.
She's good like that, yeah, of course, man.
But you know what I respect her for is when I reached out to her, my platform is small, bro. But when I messaged her and she saw my thing, she actually inboxed me back and was like, listen, I love what you do. I see your videos floating about. Respect to you. Keep putting up the conscious thing and that. Do you get me? Because we're living in a time where it's just madness. So I respect people that do the conscious thing, and your thing is good. You deliver it well. And she was like, I'm doing my own podcast. I'm not going to lie. Right now, I'm not really going to have the time to do what I got to do. But in the near future or whatever, if I can, I will jump on your thing. I can't promise, but rare. But I respected the fact that she got at me in the inbox and told me exactly what it is.
Fair, yeah, 100%.
Yeah. So
100%.
when I've posted up stuff, I've seen her like my stuff. I've seen her repost some of my stuff according to what she likes, innit? I've done the same for her. I've jumped in her comments and whatever. Not, although she's a bigger, and I've seen your comments in her thing still. Do you get me?
Yeah.
I have seen a couple of her things, but what she has said is she's addressed certain things about the black and the Asian community and the lack of link up between and whatever not. And she said when she's brought it up, she's received a hell of a lot of abuse from the South Asian community.
Yeah.
Now, as a man from London originally, where I seen more Asian people in South London on the Croydon side of things, but I'm not from that area. I'm from like further away, When I've moved to Birmingham now and I've seen the South Asians up here, I've seen the dynamics where there are some black people that hang around with some Asian people up here, interlink and whatever not, but business-wise, from what I've seen, is the South Asian people up here look after their own community and shut out everything else outside of their community, innit? Yeah. So in terms of wholesales and stuff like that, if a Asian person came into the wholesalers and wanted to buy a bulk of meats or whatever, the price is going to be different in comparison to the price that they're going to give the black geezer.
That's fucked up, bro.
That's what I've seen.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. And even like when it comes to, you know, like a row of shops where you got leaseholds. Yeah. So you have a row of shops, you got leaseholds and stuff like that. And the prices that the Asian people that own those shops, what they're selling a leasehold for, when it's their own people coming to the shop, the leasehold is cheaper. When it's somebody else, they lift the price up.
That's fucked up, man.
Do you get what I'm saying? And that's what I've seen. So from what I've seen of Elaine the Pain, when she's saying what she's saying, she's basically highlighting that part. I'm not saying that Elaine the Pain is expressing herself in a way that is she's being careful with her words but delivering and getting to the point. Elaine the Pain is a very unapologetic female, isn't it?
Oh no! I see. The thing is, what I'm going to say was right is that if that, for example, I went to inquire about leasing a shop from them, right?
Right.
Even though I'm Asian and I'm Pakistani, I would be put into this exact same category as black people. So I completely get it. I completely get it. Because, again, as I said earlier, is that, see, the Gujarati community and the Hindu community, they all look after themselves. So even if a Sikh or a Pakistani or a Kashmiri or Afghanistan or any of them people wanting to do business with these people, they would be put on the same level as everybody else because they're not Gujarati or they're not Indian. Yeah. Because even their dialect is different to mine. I can't understand Gujarati.
Okay.
Or like Tamil or anything like that. Hindi, I can understand Hindi because we used to watch Bollywood films.
Right.
Because see, the language in Bollywood films, it's not Urdu. Urdu and Punjabi are dialects from Pakistani origin. Hindi is from the Indian side.
Okay.
So then you've got Punjabi, which is also from the Sikh community, but even their dialect is different to my Punjabi. But we can have a conversation because we can understand each other.
You're enlightening me here still.
So there's different sides of it. It's like, even with people from Kashmir, right, who are still Pakistanis, Muslims, right? There's also Christians that live in Pakistan, you know.
Yeah.
Same as like there's Christians in India, there's Muslims in India. They're everywhere. They're not people need to try and remember that doesn't matter what country you are, there's going to be cultures, all different cultures there as well. It's not just going to be one type of person. Do you get me?
Yeah, and I'm aware that when it comes to Asian culture, you do have the colorism thing, like the black people. So the lighter, the better, innit? Do you get me? So you have like in certain cultures within the Asian community, you have like Bangladeshi people, Sri Lankan people get tarnished badly, bruv. Because they're darker skinned. Do you get me?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, so when you go petrol stations and stuff like that, you'll see like the Sri Lankans. Do you get me? And the Bangladeshi people might be in the petrol stations and they kind of hire their own. Do you get what I'm saying?
The thing is as well, see, the Bengali language is different as well.
Right.
So is good so you've got Bengalis, they've got their own dialect.
Yeah.
So even though they're the same color skin as me, like shade wise and stuff, right? I can't understand what they're saying unless I know the language.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Bengalis also speak Urdu. So if I wanted to communicate with Bengali, I would speak Urdu to him, or English if he spoke English, obviously. So like there's ways of us being able to communicate, right, in the Asian culture, but the dialects are different in so many different ways.
Yeah, I get that.
It's mad, bro. It's mad.
Yeah, I do get that still. But I think what Elena Payne was saying was when she was mentioning certain things and she spoke about like I think that Asian community, not all, but certain Asian communities where they're dealing with black people a certain way. She said she got racial abuse because she was highlighting certain little things, which is, I'm not going to lie, bro, I'm going to be honest with you. I've seen it. I'm not saying all, but I have seen it where black people get a bad rap when it comes to a lot of the Asian people, innit? Do you get me? Yeah? And she said that she got abuse in her comments. So she was like, do you know what? Like,
I can't believe.
Yeah, so she was like, when she put out her thing saying like, boycott the Asian shops, I think she worded it wrong. I'm going to be honest with you.
I think she worded
it wrong. I think what she should have said was, because what she meant to say was, Asian people, because nobody can deny, bro. Nobody can deny. Asian people have got their community on lock. Although they have their politics between different dynamics of Asians, they got their thing on lock. They are a community that come together. They put their money together. They buy houses together. They put businesses together.
Of course.
And what she was trying to say is that black people have their own products. Get your own products. Get your own shops. Produce your own products. Benefit from your own thing. And gatekeep your thing just like everybody else does. I completely agree with that. Do you get me?
Absolutely. I agree with
that. Because, Asian people can make their money doing their own thing, no problem. Black people can make their money and be doing their own thing, no problem. White people can make their money doing their own thing, no problem. Everybody has to gatekeep their... If you are an Asian person and you buy Asian produce, I'm not saying you should never buy it from nobody else, but it should be at the forefront of your mind that the Asian person that sells your produce knows about your produce. Therefore, it's best for you to buy it from them because you don't have to question nothing too tough.
Well, yeah, because it's stuff that we've grown up with. So
this is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And that's the
so
same
we know
thing
what to look for.
Right. But I'm going to be real with you. In society, from back a day, but even now, when black people want to do their own thing, and buy their own thing and support their own thing and create their own infrastructure, it's like it's a problem.
Is it a problem do you mean it's a problem in terms of...
It's almost like you're doing this discriminatory, they put it out like you're doing this discriminatory black power thing where you're just trying to uphold your own thing and it's just pure discriminatory purposes, if you get what I'm saying. Do you get me? Whereas everybody else can concentrate on their own culture and uplifting their own thing and selling and trading amongst themselves. But when it comes to black people, it's a problem. And it's like systematically, it's like they don't want to let the black people prosper amongst themselves at all. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And I think it's exactly what she meant. She got abuse from Asians. Man, don't get me wrong. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. You're gonna, as a black person, if you say certain things against the Asian community, some of them are gonna come for you on a different level, bro. Because I had a neighbor in Brum. He died. Rest in peace. Muslim guy. His name was good fucking guy, bruv. Yeah. He died a couple years ago, just after I left my old area and moved to the area that I'm in now. This guy told me straight, Pakistani guy, in his 50s, he told me straight, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. There's a lot of Pakistani man them that I know that are racist to black people. Do you get me? He said to me straight, I'm telling you straight.
Yeah, it happens.
And this guy, I know quite a few Muslims in Brum. I'm not saying that they don't hail up man, because they do show respect to man and that, but this guy was a different level. When it comes to like Christmas, I'm not saying that you have to do this because it's up to you, but when it comes to like Christmas, that guy would press my doorbell, and when I open my door, he's got the Asian sweets. Asian sweets. He's got like his curries and all that. Like his wife cooked like 6, 7, 8 piles of them little plastic dishes with foods, and he'd shake my hand and he'd be like, brother.
100%.
He said to me, brother, happy Christmas. You and your family 100%. Enjoy. And he'd park, and I'm like, raw, bruv. Like, and he used to do it all the time, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah.
So let me tell you something about. Let me just tell you something about that guy, right? That is the kind that is what I'm like. We have the way that we've been brought up, right, in terms of religion, culture, and everything else like that, right? If there's one thing that we had plastered into us, right, was respect everybody's cultures and beliefs. Fine, you're gonna have your opinion on certain beliefs and stuff like that, but everybody believes something different.
Definitely. So
instead of pushing your ideology, whatever it is that you think is right, that is done this way, and this is wrong, and Christmas isn't, you shouldn't celebrate Christmas, or you shouldn't celebrate Diwali or anything like that. Nah, man. We have been told that respect it, man. Respect their cultures. Be the difference in the community.
Yeah.
Be that different person that, I mean, my neighbors are Ghanaian, bro, right? I love them to pieces, man. I swear to God.
I know. I can tell how you are. That you're that guy,
area, but the area that I live in is predominantly white, right?
Right.
But even from when I was young and when I grew up in Rochdale and that, in a big Asian community, right? There's one thing. I mean, when I went to school, I had friends from different cultures, man. When I was at school, I was just that kind of guy. You know, I had a lot of white friends. I had Asian friends, and I had black friends. I had Chinese friends, bro. From when we were at school,
right?
You know, and that has taught me that it doesn't matter who you are, what religion or whatever. Just respect what people believe in. If they are Hindu, respect their religion. If they are Sikh, respect their religion. If they're Christians, respect their religion. And bro, Christmas, whatever, man. You know, my neighbors, always get them something. Always get them something. It's just how we've been brought up, bro.
I love that, man.
But then you've got other people in the Asian community who know it's Christmas and they don't give a fuck about people who they've grown up with, next door neighbor. They've watched them grow up. One of my mum and dad's old neighbors, her name was Peggy, bro, right? White lady.
Yeah.
And she watched us grow up from when we were little, bro, right? Eid, Christmas, whatever, man, we would send food to her. She would send food to us. She would get us presents for Eid and for our birthdays and stuff like that. But she'd bake cakes and,
cool,
things like that, bro. Yeah, and she would bring them round, and she would go out of her way, like at Christmas and Eid and on our birthdays, and get
I love that, man.
Everybody in the neighborhood, man.
Yeah, like, man. I love that. That's community, bro.
Bro, that was how that's what we learned as we were growing up, man. It's a beautiful thing. Bro, we had black family when we were growing up there. We had a Jewish family there, Chinese, man. We had, and in a heavily populated Asian community, we had all these other little communities, and we all used to be there for each other and celebrate their holidays and be a part of it within the community.
I love that.
But that's not. We don't see that shit anymore.
But this is it, and that's why I think Elaine the Pain was talking about, because I see her on a podcast addressing it, and she said like the boycott the Asian business and that, and when you word it like that, it looks a bit rough, if you get what I'm saying, like. But she was saying like a lot of South Asian people have been giving her bare disrespect in the comments and stuff.
Does she not know people from the South Asian community?
I think she does. I think she does, because even today, like I went on TikTok quickly before I spoke to you, and she was in a nightclub or something. I saw a video of her in some kind of club or bar, or I don't know if it's a shisha bar or something, and she's reciting a song, like an Asian song.
I think she was actually taking the piss.
Real talk?
I think so.
Oh,
because there's a video I put on my story of a girl who stitched that video.
Right.
And she was talking about how her actions have caused so much ruckus in the South Asian community, because it's not like she doesn't know any South Asian people. She's just tarred the whole community with the same brush.
Do you know what?
What I think she should have done.
I'd have to look at her things properly, because if she's wrong, she's wrong, she's wrong, yeah? And I would say it straight, but I'd have to look at her things properly. But what I've seen, because I came across a post the other day, bro, I'm not gonna lie, and it was South Asian people that had posted her up, and they were absolutely obliterating her in the comments.
Yeah, ripping her apart, I know.
Yeah, madness, bruv.
See, for me, right, if there's one thing...
And it was racist as well, bruv.
I think for me, right, I think it's, if you are going to go at something, you need to go at the person. And I don't really think culture or anything like that should have anything to do with it. I think it should be based on your individual experiences that you've had with them people. That's what I think. I'm not saying that's how it should be. I'm just saying that's how I would have approached it.
I'm going to be honest with you. Because I will class you as a brethren. You know what I mean when I say that, yeah? I will class you as a brethren. But I'm going to be honest with you. From what I know of my experience with a lot of Asian guys, it's not positive, bro. No, as a black person, I'm going to be honest with you, bro. Yeah, I'm going to be honest as pie. Because I'm a man, I fight against racism. I come across racism when I was a young youth, primary school ages, and white guys was running me down in South London from, Millwall Football Club. Running me down, chasing me down with axe and all that. And I was helpless and I had to run. And when I got older and become a teenager, I was running them down. Do you get me? In response, because of the trauma. Yeah?
Absolutely.
And I'm going to be honest with you, like the Asian people, not saying all, but there's quite a few that I've come across, bruv, that have not got a positive mindset when it comes to black people, bro.
Oh, the horrible bastards, bro.
We have to be able to, as any people, whether it's black people, whether it's Asian people, whether it's white people, let's be real, because we have to be able to speak out against ill treatment and discrimination, regardless of discomfort. We have to be able to tell each other, this is my experience. And if I say that, and another black guy is next to me saying, bro, I've been around Asian people all my life, I've never got that from them, I'd have to be like, bro, what's going on? Show me your experience. Show me where you're from. Let me hang around and see what I go on. And then if I hang around with them and then they're showing me a different experience where the relations between Asian and black people is positive, then I might be able to rub out my experience and be like, maybe it was a demographic of where I lived. Or, do you get what I'm saying to you, bro?
Possibly, yeah, of course, I agree.
And that's what I'm saying. But my experience...
That's why my experience is from my demographic. But I think it's got a lot to do with the kind of person that I am as well. Is that I don't judge anybody by their skin or their faith or anything like that. That's not.
I go by how people treat my people.
100%.
Yeah. If you don't have to do it to me. But if I know that every time I got my black family members or my black friends or whatever come across a demographic of people and it's negative, that's how I'm going to judge you, bro. Do you get me? I'm not saying all. I'm not saying all, because you know what?
It's
gonna put a bee in my bonnet and be like,
Absolutely is.
Them Asian people over there, that's what they do with black people. But then I might meet you, and when I meet you in school, college, social media, whatever, and then we hit it off from the beginning, we start chatting, and when you're chatting to me, you're telling me, bro, there's Asian people that move like this. I'm gonna be like, raw, hold on.
100%, bro.
DJ Z told me that, and he's an Asian man. Now I'm gonna look at him like, from my experiences with Asian people, it's negative, but you're teaching me something like you're willing to highlight the negatives that the Asian people come across, so I can deal with you different now. Do you get what I'm saying to you, bro?
Yeah, but even in the Asian community, bro, there's people, there's Asian people that move wrong with other Asian people.
100%.
There's a lot of rivalry.
Yeah.
There's a lot of rivalry, bro. You know what I mean? There's like,
I'm aware, bro.
Asian community. So there's dickheads there too, bro.
Definitely. I'm aware of that. You might even be able to shed some light, whether it's now or another time, but definitely what you're saying to me there, I'm definitely aware of that. Do you get what I'm saying? But yeah, like I said, I'm not going to tarnish all Asian people with the same brush, but if I come across 60% of the Asian people I come across is negative, but then I come across you're the 61st person that I've come across, and you're telling me something different, and you're dealing with me in a way where you might say to me, you know what, bro, let's go and get something to eat, but I'm going to stop off at my house. Come inside. When I come in your house, your wife's there, and she's like, oh, you all right? And I'm like, how are you? And your kids are there, how are you? And I feel at peace, bro. I'm going to be like,
100%, bro.
Like, bro,
100%.
These people show me, do you see what I'm saying? And that's how life works.
Mm-hmm.
Do you get what I'm saying? So now I will know that you don't move like that. Then if I meet another Asian person that
I'll never move like that.
I'm just saying, if I meet another Asian family that move the same way like you do, then I'm gonna be like, rah, they don't move like that. Then they don't move like that. And then, do you get what I'm saying to you? Now my perspective changes.
Let me give you. I wanna share something with you, right? In the Pakistani community, you've got Pakistanis, Punjabis, and you've got the Kashmiris, right?
Right.
Now, ever since I was young, I mean, the community that I grew up in was mainly Kashmiris. It was mixed, but there was a lot of Kashmiris in my community, right?
Yeah.
So their way of life is different to the Pakistanis' way of life, right?
Yeah.
Okay, their dialect is different to Punjabi as well, right?
Yeah.
The Kashmiris look after their own. That's a given, right? That's a given. Pakistanis, on the other hand, not so much. Okay.
Right.
And both of these communities are from Pakistan as well.
Okay.
Right. So there's always been this thing that Kashmiris don't get on with Pakistanis, and Pakistanis don't get with Punjabis, and Punjabis don't get on with Kashmiris, right? Now, my experience with Kashmiris, I grew up with them. I grew up in that, where my grandmother, God rest her soul, that area was predominantly Kashmiris as well.
Right.
So we knew everyone, and we didn't give a fuck whether you were Punjabi or whether you were Kashmiri. It was that love in that community that everybody had for each other. Right?
Yeah.
And to this day, bro, that still stands, right? Because every time I go to Rochdale, I always see one of the old school or my uncle's friends, who 99% of my uncle's friends are Kashmiris. And see, when they come together as a community, whether it's a wedding, whether it's a funeral, they come by the hundreds, bro. In comparison to the the Punjabis, right? My uncle passed away just recently.
Right, yeah. That's the one he told me about, isn't it?
Yeah. God bless you.
R.I.P., man. Condolences.
R.I.P., man, 100%. He was a good man. He worked hard all his days and just shit, bro, life. The day of my uncle's funeral, bro, I was blown away. Pretty much all of his friends that he went to school with, they're all Kashmiris, bro, they came by the hundreds. What nice. A moment for me that was, man. And I thought, these people talk about rivalry and fucking Pakistan and Punjabis don't get on with Kashmiris or anything. What the fuck are you talking about, man? And in comparison to the Punjabis that turned up that knew my uncle, the Kashmiris blew it away. And to this day, bro, I've had so much respect for the Kashmiri community. I always have, because we grew up with them. So when it comes to like Asians having beef with Asians, right? It's it's like I don't have beef with anyone, but they will hurt you. Your own Pakistanis will hurt you compared to the Kashmiris hurting their own, if that makes sense.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So when it comes to like the demographic of the people that you're surrounded by in your, that makes a difference as to how you get on with that community as well.
Yeah.
Because you just have to get along. And as I said, bro, it's when I was a kid and when we used to go to my grandmother, everybody in that community, they were all Kashmiris, and we got on great. There wasn't that I'm not going to talk to you because you speak Punjabi. There was none of that bullshit.
Right.
The Asian shops and the Asian butchers, they were all Kashmiris, but then you've got other sides of Russia which are all Punjabis. But then at the same time, you don't see a lot of Kashmiri folk on that side. Same with the Bengali community and all that. So going back to all that, as we were saying before about there's Pakistani and racists against black people. I'm 100%, but I've never been that way, bro. I've never been that way. I think it's a lot to do with the people that my uncle's associated with as well, but black people with white people with Italian people, and so do you understand like the mixture of culture? So
yeah,
it's always been something in our family.
Yeah, I don't get that impression from you, bro. That you're like that. Honest to God,
nah, man.
I don't get that impression from you.
No, I'm not like that at all.
You know what? Even me and you had conversation behind the scenes, we don't need to go into it. And you've spoken to me about in-depth things to do with your culture and stuff like that, bro. I am not under the illusion that you did not have to speak to me about that at all. As a person that is outside of your community, I know communities get gatekept. And the fact that you spoke to me about certain things and just said, oh, you know what, this is my thoughts and real. I was like, raw. Like, I already knew from the beginning. Yeah. But the fact that you said that to me certified the thing.
I just think it's to educate people, because instead of tarring people with the same brush all the time, you've got to understand that there are people who aren't like that, but are from that community.
Yeah.
There's good people and you know what? I'm so grateful to my parents of how they brought us up. I'm grateful for the communities that we were surrounded in as we were growing up, because it opened my eyes a lot as to the kind of person that I am. And it's the same with my brother, and it's the same with my sister as well. Like, we don't have that about us that, you know, we've got white neighbours, they come to our house, we go to their house. You know, you've got people in the community that are all part of one big family. And it's just something we've grown up with.
That makes sense.
It's nice to have that diversity, bro. It's good to have that diversity.
Definitely.
It's important. It's important to have that diversity, bro.
I agree.
Because you're not blinkered to one thing.
Yeah. You got experience around other people.
Yeah.
I agree. And I appreciate you for that, man. Honestly, like, you've been straight up from the offset, man. And man. I don't usually tend to kind of keep personal contact with people from social media like that. One or two, and that you from the offset, when you reached out, I'm like, nah, my man seems thoroughbred. Do you get me? We've had conversations, and you're just happy to be vulnerable and say how you feel about certain things, and you might make a decision like, oh, you know what, I went through this today, and how should I deal with it? This is in my mind. I might deal with it this way. Do you know what? Let me chat to my man and let him know, like, what do you think? Do you get me? Like, bro, like, you're transparent. And that's a good fucking quality. So I respect you, man. Do you get me? That's
very important for me, bro. And also the fact that you're from a different culture as well. And like we said, the conversations that we've had in the past, there's so much shit that we can relate to.
That's what I'm saying. We can have things that we can say, oh, my culture does this. Yeah, but my culture does that. Oh, your culture does this. Yeah, my culture's got a similar thing too. Oh,
Yeah.
you went through this. Oh, we went through that. Like,
Yeah.
you spoken to me about racism and all sorts. I've been
Yeah,
through
yeah,
racism and all sorts. It's similarities, bro. Do you get me?
100%. 100%.
Yeah, man. Don't get me wrong. I do not know before you reached out to me about Asian people in Scotland. I just didn't know that there was people out there like that.
Bro,
And when you reached out to me,
bro, there's a guy on TikTok I follow, a black guy, right? He's
Yeah.
got the strongest Scottish accent you will ever hear on anyone.
Yeah.
Bro, I swear, man, I love it.
Yeah.
Honestly, such a buzz. Such a buzz to see it, man. Honestly, it's incredible. Chinese people with strong Scottish accents, man. It's mad. It's mad. It's a beautiful thing, man. Honest to God, it's such a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It's a big, big thing, man. And I think a lot of it is to do with the music as well, because it's lets me link with other cultures.
Yeah, man.
So,
based off of your post today that you put up about, was it today or yesterday that you put up about men's mental health, bro? Just do what you gotta do.
Yeah, I'm trying, man.
Provide that safe space. There's nothing wrong with that. I completely agree with what you're doing. It's commendable what you're doing. However, what I will say, not to go against what you're saying, because I completely agree with what you're doing. It's fabulous, bro. But what I will say is reserve a little bit of energy for yourself, because with groups,
100%.
with groups, as you may know, you get some pussios that will come in your group
100%.
and cause drama. The next thing you know, you have to try and weed out this, weed out that, control this, control that, get this person out, delete this message, rare. You don't really want it to impact you. Pick the right people to be in your group. And
Absolutely.
Yeah, give a couple people, I don't know if on WhatsApp, if you can give a couple people the power to remove people out of the group if they're moving like idiots or whatever, in case you don't see it.
You know what I normally do, right? And this is just based from experiences I've had in WhatsApp groups.
Yeah.
Once I get to the point, whether I've made the group or not, if I get to a point where I'm done, I will just remove myself.
Okay.
That's it.
Makes sense.
It's that simple. It's that simple, because I've learned to focus on me and my peace.
Bruv, it's the most important thing ever.
You know, so how I feel like is paramount, because my whole purpose of being on social media is to do the music. And over time, I'm going to be being a lot more open about certain things that we will talk about, obviously, with culture and my growing up and my experiences and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
That's to come, but for me, it's about my peace, man. That's all it is.
100%.
It's about my peace. And if it starts getting to a point where I'm starting to feel uncomfortable, I just remove myself, bro. I just do it.
Makes sense. Makes sense. Big up your son as well, by the way, man. I see you lot doing your mixes and you're bringing him in, and I know he's been through his own little situations and that, but you're still making sure you're dedicated to when you have him, you're doing your thing and showing him certain skill sets. And big up to you, man. I love that, man. That you make that, you put transparent again, the way you put that on social media and make people see that you're with your son spending that quality time on the decks. Might even be 5 minutes of 2 hours of your time that you do together, but it's still a beautiful thing to see, bro.
Thank you, man. Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man, you're welcome, man. You're welcome.
How's Little Man getting on anyway?
Yeah, he's doing good, man. He's doing good.
He's doing all right.
Yeah,
good,
man. Yeah, man.
Give him, bro. Give him my love and that, bro. And I'll hopefully meet him one day, man. I'd love to.
Yeah, man. Definitely, man. We'll do something, man. Come on, bro.
Together, man. That'd be sick.
Yeah, man. Definitely. Together, man. We're gonna meet up, man. We're gonna cross paths, bro.
100%, inshallah, man. 100%.
Yeah, man. Come on, bro. You get me?
Definitely. You know it is.
Just trust me, bro. You get me? But yeah, man. Listen, DJ Z, man. It's been a pleasure, you know, bro.
Thank you, my guy.
We're gonna have to link up again and do a part 2.
Well,
definitely.
Big up yourself, man. Thank you for your time, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, honestly. Man. No, thank you, bro. And keep being transparent, keep being you, keep having open dialogue conversations like you're having with me today, whether it's me talking about what black people go through with Asian, you know, the relations with Asian, South Asians, and you giving me enlightenment as to what the situation is from your perspective with South
100%.
Asians to black people. Bro, this is about the beautiful debate, enlightenment, understanding the thing. If it's me saying to you what my experience is and you're like, I didn't know that, that gives you something. If that's me telling you something about my experience with South Asian people or whoever, and you're like, I know it from this way though, what do you think?
Absolutely.
And I'm like, I didn't think about it like that. That's what it's about. Do you get me? And as black people, as Asian people, we're ethnics. We both have gone through the similar. I keep telling Asian young people that I support, that are in their teenage years, there's not much difference between the black experience and the Asian experience. Like, our people them came here and went through the same shit, and it got to a point where they had to join forces. Do you get what I'm saying? So understand the connection. Like, when you look at, I'm gonna be honest with you just before I split. When you look at the 1960s, 70s living room set up that they've got in museums now of the Caribbean household, the Caribbean front room, and you look at the Asian 1960s, 70s in front room, the only difference is the flag, bro. The color, the carpet scheme, the old velvet burgundy curtains, all the ornaments in there are the same. It's just the flag that you got on the wall is the difference.
That's pure facts, bro.
Do you get what I'm saying, bro?
100%.
You know,
that's so true, man. That's so true. But you know what, bro? If I have always believed that everything happens for a reason, right? And I think that first post I saw of yours was the green light for me to think, right, okay, this guy seems to be on my level. And that's where we are now. Do you know what I mean? So
100%.
That's all I'm going to say. It's all love, my guy. So I promise you, man, it's all love. It's all love.
Big up DJ Z, man. Trust me, bro. You get me? Yeah.
And you keep doing what you're doing too, man. You know, you say what you have to say, and you keep doing your thing too, man. You got my full support, 100%. Always.
Respect, bro, man. I appreciate it, man.
Love, man.
Definitely, I'm gonna get you on within a couple of weeks. I'm gonna do part 2. Make it concentrated to the point, and we focus on certain things properly. But I love the debate with you all the time, whether it's recorded now or whether it's in our inboxes or whatever. It's always respect and love, bro. 100%. So big up yourself, always. Man. Yeah?
You too, man.
All right, then. Big up, man. Right. Real Reasonings with Verbz, people. I'm out. Big up DJ Z for his time.
Big up.
You get me? We'll catch up soon, my bro.